Alright, part 2! Where we start with the most important class in the game. Phantom, let's be honest. Our ladies' man. Strikes damage has been decreased. Yeah, so just reassessing the numbers again. 57 strikes, of course. 57, sorry. Strike activations, not strikes. WPSL! Oh wait, okay. I have to be able to read that intuitively. So it's On Han Young. On Han Young. Kamasamida. Thank you very much for the sub, my dude. Welcome to Scardor's Grass Mix Squirms. I'll be back briefly with them. Thank you for supporting the channel. Circus to you. Shade will increase critical rate by 10% on the mastery. Frenzy description change. Notice I'm added that states your speed is fixed while using Spirit Frenzy. Weakness inside the effect where your critical rate and critical damage were increased when attacking enemies below 50% HP has been removed. Now increases critical damage by 10% and increases final damage by 10%. Yeah, this whole, like, only gives you crit when you're below 50%. It's just so silly, right? Because you can't plan for that. You have to plan for being 100% above it. And then when you're below 50%, wow, now I'm at 120% critical rate. Big whoop. Like, it doesn't do anything for me, right? So getting rid of those effects, I think is a great thing. Just giving them final damage across the board to equalize that critical damage that they would lose on there. I'm pretty sure Shades like that in general, just to have a better understanding of where your damage is at, rather than some weird effect that has a weird conditional. Weird conditionals in video games are, feels like you should either make them like super duper weird, but then worth it, or just not have them at all. And then Event of the Fox God, numbers reassessed, cut in half, doubled, cut in threes, tripled. Okay, so that's the same damage. Demon Slayer, Demon Slash and Demon Awakenings Enhanced Demon Slash have been changed to display the current hit information as buff icon. Blue Blood, something was awkward. Okay, Evil Torture. The critical boost when attacking enemies inflicted with stun, blind, freeze, slow, or binds has been removed, and the skill now increases critical rate by 15% across the board. So they're really looking at like where critical rate is coming from in the game, making sure that everyone has a fair chance at hitting that 100% with the same amount of effort. Okay. We could talk to Aqua about it, but he's shoveling snow right now. Yep. Shockwave's damage decreased just a little bit with the extra line there, so they're not going too crazy. Was like 16, so yeah. Oh, this one 9,000 down to 1760, and activation's down from 9 times to 46 times. Okay, Demon Avenger, but the biggest changes. The critical rate boost have been decreased from 20 to 50. Hey, yo! Oh, Abyssal Rage also increased critical rate by 20%. Okay, never mind. I don't know why they want to split it out. Why not just give this one 15 and keep this one to say? I don't know why that's there, but because these are both passive, so. But yeah, another 15% critical rate passive. Yeah. Wow, inner abilities are going from, like, for some classes needing critical rate to now, and at like a 9k Legion to now, like, even with an 8k Legion without anything in crit, with no hyperstats in crit, and without inner ability in crit, you still hit 100%. That's crazy how much critical rate everyone is getting. They really want to make that like just a much easier, much more intuitive, much more automatic system where everyone just hits 100% crit and you don't have to puzzle with your hyper stats and your Legion and your inner ability and your link skills as much. So I guess this stonks for, you know what's getting nerfed? Chat, what is the biggest thing that's getting nerfed with all this? I give you 3 seconds. Mail in your final answer on an answer envelope. It's the Phantom. The Phantom Link skill is getting nerfed. That's what's going on. Yeah, see, Dragon got it. Check out the scuffed shit. That 7TV finally. I'm gonna open it on stream. Is it stream appropriate? Let's go. Nice emote. Okay. Requiem. 7,500 to 1,200. Oh, these are easy numbers to work with because that's like 5 times this is 6k. And this is 6k exactly 1.25 times. So 8 times this is 46,000. And this is 12,000. So 460,000 versus 600,000. Wait, am I bugging right now? 80 times 7,500. Oh, it's 600,000. Okay, no, so it is the same. Okay, I was bugging. Damn, I was bugging. Okay. The True Spirit's Demon Sword damage has been decreased from 3,600. True Spirit's Demon Sword's attack interval has been decreased by about 24%. Okay. That's actually quite a lot nicer on bosses. On mobbing, you kill it, within spawn anyway. But for bosses, that is quite nice. And the Demon Roar's damage has been decreased from 9.6 to 12.2509. 600 times 6 is 57,600. And 46 times 1, 2, 5, 5. 57,730. Okay. But yeah, the shorter interval between attacks. That's the one buff there. They've done that on a lot of skills with summons as well. That's nice. So to kind of empower people who do manage optimally, quote unquote, their skills. But I guess you're still trying to get that skill in between like a roar or within a weapon jump or something most of the time. But for DA, it's really nice because you're probably going to be working on a continuous ring, so you'll want the summon to be out there as long as possible, and now it's going to be hitting more in the time that it's out there. So that is quite nice, that synergy with your continuous ring and with your DPM rather than with your bursting. Mostly for soloing versus partying, of course. Blaster Final Destroyer, that's about a third. That's hitting... Wait, about a third of the damage? No. A third would be like 1,800, right? Yeah, but that's way more than 3 times the hits. Closer to 4 times the hits. Okay. I'll allow it. And this is like a little bit more than a quarter, a little bit more than 4x. Okay. Abyssal Lightning. The Lightning of the Underworld activation range has been increased by about 9%. Okay. And Crimson Pactum's numbers moved all over the place. Instead of about 100 hits, you're getting about 500 hits. So about 5x, so this is about 1/5. Yep, there you go. Second strike damage has been slightly decreased from 12,600% to 2,863%. So that's like less than a fifth. It's like a quarter. Yeah, between a fifth and a quarter, yeah. And this one, 22 strikes. Okay, Wild Hunter, Nature's Belief. These numbers just... Yeah, major number reassignment surgery over here. Now some classes are even playable with 8k Legion, finally making every class playable for new players. Easy. Jet Booster fixed an issue where the booster gauge hid other skill effects. Critical rate boost has been increased from 10 to 15%. I wonder where the extra 5% for most classes is coming from, though. I bet they just set like a number of like, this is a number of critical rate that's reasonable, and then they just looked at everyone's passive crit, and if it was anything below, they just increased it by a little bit. And I guess most classes were just 5% off from that number, so they just get an extra 5 somewhere. And then some classes like Heroes and DA were 15% off, so they just get 15 instead. Ground Zero. Alright, well, a lot of numbers reassembled. Fuzzy Lob Masquerade. Sexual action AI was displayed in the opposite direction. Unacceptable. Artificial evolution numbers moved around, but the reinforced airframe's attack interval has been decreased by about 50%. Nice, nice. Might of the Nova. Numbers. 13 final strike hits. The number of activations has been increased from 12 to 47. Jeebus. Okay. Kane, or Kain, as some people say. Annihilation. That is a cool-ass skill icon, by the way. No power being liberated, activating 33 shockwaves. The skill now starts with the Black Nova's power being liberated, activating 33 shockwaves that deal 830% damage 8 times. The strike's damage has been decreased from 4,800 to 1,100, but number of activations increased from 6 to 12. The enhanced blessing duration is 725. The enhanced death blessing during annihilation's number of hits has been increased from 10 to 12. Death blessing with incarnation is applied during annihilation will deal 755 15 times. Demon Dragon's Breath cut in 3s. Number of hits increased from 12 to 15. Number of Dragon Breath will now activate 2 times at once. An issue where you could right click the buff icon to cancel the invincibility effect. Because who wants to be invincible? You know, you want to get hit by stuff. Sometimes. In some situations, you would want to. Alright, Cadena. Remember, they're getting their extra final damage on their passive back, which is nice. Alright, all of those numbers just cut down, and then way more activations. Mojran Origin is not an iframe? Really? Are they the only one? Angelic Buster, fixed an issue where the skill effect would disappear if you revived during the skill. Critical rate boost have increased from 21 to 25 on Affinity. They still have to change this even though that class just got revamped. Probably bugged, but it is or wasn't. Hey, 4% is 4%, bro. And then Grand Finale, another skill that was just created and rebalanced, is getting completely redone in numbers again right after. It's still a little weird to me. But I guess those decisions were just made separately of each other. Maybe they were still doing like some research on how the damage was changing, and once it hit a certain mark, then they're like, boom, now we're going to like cut the numbers again. Grand Finale in Shambles. This skill has not worked the same for like longer than 2 weeks in a row since the test server. It's been changing all the time with all the numbers and the amount of activations. The cheering balloons created during the skill's damage increased from 425 to 673 again. The cheering balloon at the end of the concert, it decreased from 495 to 490. Huge difference. And multiple cheering balloons created during the skill hit a single enemy. The second and later balloon's final damage will now be decreased by 43% instead. I see. 0, change some descriptions. Yeah, we're not going to go over all the 0 numbers. You guys have like 15 million skills. Looks like all of these damage numbers went up except the last one, but that one hits 3 times instead of 2 times. So that's just a Shadow Flash increase blanketly. Eagle Weapon, more damage. Chrono Trigger numbers read. Yeah, because that's all the big numbers. Okay. Oh, they're just doing these ones. We already went through a lot of the 0 stuff, of course. 0 got stonks? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah. Kinesis BPM, fixed an issue where sometimes the attack was not applied. The explosion damage has been increased from 8,400 to 1,575, 32 times. This skill now ends by activating 44 final strikes that deal 1,586% damage 13 times. Alrighty then. Adele, Mastery. This skill now increases critical damage by 6%. Ayo? All the Adeles are just getting triple crit damage gloves? For free? What? 1%? Oh, is it 5% already? Final damage boost has been increased from 15 to 16. 1% point of final damage? Nice, nice. Wait, newbie, this one doesn't do critical damage now, right? Mastery? Doesn't all the 0 change either? No, there's other stuff up there. Goddess Blessing gives 8%? No, it doesn't give 8% final damage. It gives 7. You want to bet? Control F. 7%. Reading comprehension of a god. Oh, at level 25, 8 at 30. Okay. Okay, we were both right. We were both right. Split down the middle, both right. That's actually cool, though, if it goes up to 8 with level 30. That's nice, that's nice. Maestro, strike damage increase from 66, yeah. 66 to 1370. Get prepared to see much smaller numbers, newbie. And Keith and all the other Adeles. I lost the bet? No, no, no. I was correct. I was correct. The patch note said 7. The glove didn't fit. The glove did not fit. We can all agree. Ilium. Holy numbers, Batman. The enchant javelins have been changed to have the same search range between the 3 javelins. That's probably a good thing. Keep that consistent. Unlimited crystals. My desk is touching something and the vibrations are getting into my mouse hand. Okay, just all of the numbers rearranged. Kali, Hex, Sandstorm, just rearranged them numbers. The Chakram Storm's attack interval has been decreased by 25%. Okay, but that's... wait, so a quarter more hits. Is that... It's still going to be a decrease, though, no? A quarter of the damage... Oh, no, it's going to be 33%, no? Maybe 25% more hits? It's going to hit 5 times instead of every 4 times it hits, right? Yeah. Wait, so if you did 4... times 3,300 times 7. Nice, that's exactly what it... Wow, you're so good. Versus 5 times 778 times 50. What was the first number? First number was bigger, right? But there's other stuff changing here as well. Number of strikes, 8 to 10. So 48 times 4,500. 216k. That changes to 108k. Okay. But 388.9k. That changes to 390k. Oh. Well, that looks like a nerf then. Arc Fusion Beginning gives critical rate by 5%. No, where's our critical damage and our final damage? The number of abyss marks can now be checked in the quick slot. Oh. Dude. I'm gonna have to do manual Vengeful Hate. I've been putting that off for so long. If you're an Arc and you do manual Vengeful Hate, what button do you guys use for that? Maybe I can remap one of my mouse keys to do that. No, because my hand is not on my mouse when I'm playing. Never mind. It should be in around 19 minutes deneutralizing. Should be fine. Just get a new hand. Just get a house. Ancient Abyss. Sword Strike's damage has been decreased from 9,710% to 1,101%. The Sword Strike's number of hits has been increased from 12 to 14, and the Sword Strike's number of activations has been increased from 9 to 68. Why, man? Come on. We're so close. Not nice. Almost nice. Why 1,101? I know, right? Okay, let's do set 9, 7, 10 times 9 times 12. Okay, that's 1,050,000. Okay, 1,101 times 14 times 68. Wow, that's why. Because that's how close that is. Number of hits synonymous with number of lines? Yes. Number of hits is number of lines. And activations is how many times you hit. Yes, how many times numbers show up. Number of lines is how many numbers show up. And number of activations is how many times numbers show up. Like one is how much money is in the bags, and the other one is how many bags drop, right? Okay, so that one is staying pretty much exactly the same. And this one is 8590. Wait. Times 6? Hang on. The grasp of the abyss's damage has been decreased from 8590. Interval has been decreased by 50%. So if you get this 1730 times 15 times 2. That should be roughly... So it's a slight buff in terms of how much it's going to be hitting. Wait, it has more activations though. So Ancient Abyss is going to be... This is scary though. Because Ancient Abyss, if you finish off the boss with your Origin, then Ancient Abyss is going to be more likely to accidentally open up the box. You guys got to be careful, okay? Grasp of the Abyss is going to try to open up your boss boxes. So make sure you click off your Grasp of the Abyss buff when you finish off the boss with your Origin. It's looking good, Nate, yeah. It's like 8% final damage across the board, plus quite a bit of, quite some damage to your ego weapon and to your, you know, the weapon that you place down, the Shadow Flash that you teleport to and then do damage? Those are getting quite a bit of buff, yeah. Then Lara! Shockwave's damage has been increased from 1020% to 1370%, and the number of activation increased from 5 to 6. Oh, I thought it was already a pretty nice skill, but it's gaining about 50% damage. Actually, from 5.1 to... Dude, grab the calculator. To 8,220. That's more than a 50% damage increase on Surging Spirits. I'm all for that. Where are the other Laras? Do you like DA or am I too early? No, too late. DA's way up there. Not much happened to DA. A little bit, the damage was just redone, but the sword will hit a little bit more often. So if you're soloing for DPM, it's nice. But if you're bursting in party, it's a little bit less. And they added like more... We got way more critical rate, and they added more IED to our 6-job version of execution. Why does Liberate Kazama give you 200 int? Because you're smart. You're smart now. And then Blooming Flower World. Divide by 4 times 4. Divide by... What is that, a 6? 7? 6, 7. 6, 7. No, 8. This is divided by 8. And hits times 6.4. Hey, yo, there's no way. Was it 108,000? 64 times 1385. Oh. Oh. That's a big dip. That's losing 20,000% damage here. Well, I guess you get it on your Surging Spirits instead. So I guess in a way, is this their way of taking a little bit off of their burst and giving them more DPM instead? Because Lara's too bursty, maybe? Quite a bit more damage on... What is this? 15-second cooldown? 20-second cooldown? How much is Surging Spirits cooldown? Okay, let's see if you can type it this time. Surging Spirits. God damn it. I'm gonna Google it. Surging Spirits Maple Story. It's gonna be exactly the same. Spirit Surge. Fuck off. No, that's not it. That ain't it, Chief. Surging Essence? That's... Oh, Surging Essence is what it is. Renaming. I will say though, the Lara and the Lyn are gonna look way too similar. Plus, they both start with N's, with L's, and have 4 letters. 20-second cooldown. Yeah. Okay, custom command feature has been added to Universal Harmony for Ho Young. If you use a custom command, you can activate the Universal Harmonies in Enhanced Heaven, Iron Fan Gale 6, Earthground Shattering Wave 6, and Humanity As You Will Fan only by using the skill with the down arrow key. Okay. Then Sage Formation of Heaven and Earth, probably a bunch of numbers being redone. Yup. That's about 100. This is about... What? That's about 850. So 8.5 times damage, roughly. Yep. Okay. Extra improvements. Authentic Force maps, or Sacred Force, for the people who play in GMS. Runes and Authentic Force maps have become instanced. Nice. Only the characters occupying and using the Authentic Force maps can summon runes. Only the character who directly summoned the rune can use it. Wait, so I could just never go into a map to find a random rune, even if there's nobody there and just yoink it? I have to summon all of my own runes in Sacred Force maps? Well, it's only in Sacred Force maps, I guess. Okay, it's only in Sacred Force maps. In Arcane Power maps, you want runes to just be there so you can just yoink them, yeah. No more guessing if it's your rune or not. I mean, you only have to guess the first time. Once you have your cooldown and you're still in a map, then you know which one is yours and which one isn't, right? But yeah, I guess it's a bit cleaner this way. If there's no rune cooldown applied to the character, a rune can be summoned. If you leave the map without using the summoned rune, the rune will be removed. Ah, okay. If you leave a map without using a rune... Wait, but what consists of leaving the map? What if you go into a portal, and right when you go into the portal, a rune spawns? Do you then lose the rune and you have to wait another 15 minutes until you summon one again? If you leave the map without using the rune and defeat a monster in another map, the same type of rune as the previously summoned rune will be summoned instantly. Oh. So they're just... You might as well just have a rune floating behind you that you need to click or something. Elite boss curses and authentic, so Sacred Force maps have become instanced. If a character does not use a rune for a certain period of time, after summoning it, the Elite Boss's Curse will be applied. The Elite Boss's Curse applied in a Authentic Force map can only be removed by using a rune. Well, yeah, look at this thing, dude. It's like 16 monsters smashed together. Elite monsters and elite champions have become instants. Only the character who summoned the elite monster or champion can defeat them. They are not visible. I think, honestly, this has nothing to do with, like, ease of play or anything like that. This probably still has to do with non-reboot, where... Do you guys remember the DAs, or all of... Was it all the Kaisers? Or, like, all the DAs that jumped off the platform so that they would all hit the elite boss one time with their shields and then jump away so that they could all get, like, the reward box at the end so they could, like, flood the market with, like, stamps and hammers and stuff like that? You guys remember that? I think it's more something like another thing against hackers and botters rather than actual gameplay for players to be improved. If you leave the map without defeating an elite monster or elite champion, they will be removed. Yeah, these elite bosses look really cool though. I like the work they're putting into it. It's not just like the Darknell bosses where it's just like a black blob. They look real cool. You want the hat? This one you mean, right? I want this hat on my arc. Just to be even more obnoxious. Hecarim looking weird in this update. Okay, elite bosses will appear in sacred maps. Only character using the map when the elite boss is summoned can defeat it. When you defeat an elite boss that appeared in a sacred flower map, you will receive a higher amount of experience reward than the other elite bosses. If you leave the map or die without defeating the summoned elite boss, you can no longer defeat the elite boss. Oh, cool. As a Demon Avenger, I can't wait for this to happen. I guess I'll just save my Revenant. The elite boss that appears in the Third may have changed to have only one attribute. Okay, so they don't have like 16 power-ups. And they changed their names a little bit for the monster collection. Got it. Then monster changes. Gloom's normal and chaos hitbox has been increased by about 40%. That's very nice for archers, yeah? So you don't have to like jump attack in some ranges, but you can just stand on the ground and hit it. Because there were a lot of parts about that boss that were a bit annoying for certain classes. That's cool. That's cool that they're just like equalizing that a little bit more for everyone. Monster Collection Hunters stonks for e-bosses. Yep. Only the sacred ones, though. The theme dungeon Ellen's Forest quest that could not be discarded have been improved so that they can be dropped in maps. Oh, the items, right? Ellen's Forest quest items, yeah. Blockbuster Heroes of Maple story has been improved. Acts 1 to 4 play paths and story have been changed overall. For some acts, you will need to reset the act to progress through the new story. Resetting the progress. Changing sinkhole. Gotcha. Items. Luna Illusion and Aurora Illusion item tooltips. Cotton Candy Pink Bean box. Usage order. Sure thing. UI. What is this? The Midnight Party's UI weekly and daily tabs have been improved to be more visible. Yeah, they were a little bit. They were like transparent, right? I saw that. It was a little weird. Okay, this is way easier to see. Good. And in certain maps and boss battles, a Dream Fragment and Night Fragment, Dance Fragment UI will no longer cover the screen. Thank you. Because, yeah, the boss UI, the event UIs that show up at the bottom right, they do cover vital structures of the boss fights sometimes. Maple Legion UI has been improved. Okay. The visibility of certain UI elements has been improved. The shape of the icon representing the artifact points has been changed to be unified, and it has been improved so that hovering over it now displays an artifact point information tooltip. It's presumed that we'll press the O on the artifact mission completion. The O? What O? O? And the crystal expiry alerts. It will open the Legion artifact UI. Oh, that one. Okay, the message on the bottom that you have a little O and a little X. Gotcha. It improves so that if you have special missions that can be completed, the special mission tab in an artifact mission UI will display a tag. Okay. The image of certain shortcut keys that were difficult to read due to narrow character spacing has been changed. Gotcha. Okay. Cleaning that up. That's good. Probably based on on player feedback and all that. This guy's got a few flames. Damn. You can now what? You can now directly use items. Oh, you can now directly use items within scrolls, recipe, and soul bags. Does that mean I don't have to take all of my souls out of my soul bag to double click them and turn them into a soul? And then after that, put them all back in, one by one, whenever there's a soul event? Please? Oh. When using Rebirth Flame items, the ones inside the bag will be used first. The Zero weapon window will now also display enhancement items inside bags. Zeros, dude, getting stonks all over the place. Good job. You can now sort items within bags. Oh, sort within bags. The future is, well, again, not now, but in like 6.5 months. Damn. You can now use the gather up, sort by type, and sort lock unlock feature. You can lock within a bag. Damn. Alright. Boss entry UI has been improved. So the boss entry UI is displayed instantly upon trying to enter boss content. It has been changed so that the boss entry confirmation pop-up window will not be displayed when you click the enter button in the boss entry UI. If you enter without being in a party will be created instantly instead of being asked if you want to create a party separately. Nice. Okay. The last selected difficulty button will be selected automatically, and so that the Genesis Weapon Liberation mission button is only displayed when the mission is in progress. Good. Battled item Ignore has been changed so that you can register items that can be acquired from monsters or harvesting. So special items like quest items cannot be registered. Sure. It has been improved so that you can register up to 30 items per pet for the pet loot item Ignore. Damn, up to 30 per pet? Isn't it? Is it 10 or 15 now? What do we ever hard lose at 40-second BA for party clearing? For party clearing? If you're hyper burst, like 3.5. If you're more of a DPME, like 2.5ish. If you're a support, around 1. Trill. 10 per pet now? Oh, so 30 per pet now. Damn, so tripling that amount. Okay, that's nice. A preset button has been added to the character info Windows cache tab. Okay. Tile has been added on top of the beauty room. Beautiful. Presets. Outfit presets have been improved so that you can equip cash items that provide stats and cosmetic cash items separately. Oh. Gotcha. So they're not different presets, they're within the different... Oh. Alright, so this is for the actual whales who have like multiple outfits that they want to be able to swap between. Whales rejoice. They are trying to get everyone back into non-reboot. Look at this. Ba-da-da-da. God, I hate dungeon divers. Where's Richard at? Richard, dungeon divers below, dude. Need so many runs for dungeon divers. It's fucking insane. I've done so many double dragon runs, and we're not even... I'm like 2/3 of the way. It's ridiculous. Items equipped in an equip window. Cash tab will be automatically shared with until other items are... another item, sorry, is equipped in this outfit preset. Okay, makes sense. Only stats of items equipped in the equip window to cash tab will be applied. Yeah, of course, not just everything you select. Then, oh, ability resetting has been improved. When you click the reset button in the ability window, the selected preset will now be displayed by default in the reset window instead of the currently applied preset. Oh. The name of the use... Wait. When you click the reset button in the ability window, the selected preset will now be displayed by default in the reset window instead of the currently applied preset. I mean, there's no cost to switch, so you might as well switch, right? But I guess this allows you to re-roll one that you're not actively using at the moment. The name of the use button in the ability reset window has been changed to reset ability. Yeah, because you're not using an item anymore. That makes sense. After clicking the reset button in the ability reset window, it has been improved so that the preset information being reset will now be... will be displayed one more time. Okay. Sure. Whatever makes it so that people make fewer mistakes. I'm about that. Emoticons. Certain emoticons' unique names have been changed. Sure thing. Mesomarket. The Mesomarket recommended trade price has been added. Recommended. Oh, they're trying to control the market a little bit. Okay. Monster fixes. Ka Ling fixation phase 1. Spring of Lost Vitality, where sometimes the four seasonal flowers were sometimes created overlapping. That's not good. And in phase 3, apparently that happened as well. So we're not overlapping flowers anymore. Don't cross the beams. Don't overlap the flowers. Fixed steps with Midnight Party Guide quest dialogue. Thank God. Playable again. Quest changes, some item changes, some map changes. Tower of Oz, that's cute. Monster Life related problems appeared. You had to try to get rid of those, yeah. Some UI changes. Legion artifacts. There's your special missions when not completed by skipping Arcane River and Grandest Area quests. Oh yeah, because if you skip them, you don't necessarily complete them on a character, you know. But if you can skip them, that means you have already completed them on another character. So something must have gone wrong there in the check. Fixing where certain users with a record of clearing easy culling did not have their defeat easy culling for the first time special mission changed to be completed. Okay. Seems like they fixed that. So what have we learned from all of this? No cooldown skip on the enhanced skills. The cooldown application not the same as on the 4th job versions of the skills. Everyone gets more crit. Some people get more critical damage and a little bit more final damage. Zeros get a lot more of it. All of the skills damage numbers changed so that the people who are capping don't lose a bunch of damage. So most of the numbers were taken down in terms of the percentages, but the amount of numbers has gone up greatly for pretty much all the classes on all of their origin skills. So those are the big changes. The animation for DS, that one was changed. And then the final damage loss on the Ho Young seems like that was addressed and brought more in line with making it actually worth upgrading your skills. What did BM get? something with the Aeroblaster and numbers rearranged on the 6th job. Oh, just the passives applying. Oh yeah, that was it, and that was the other thing. Yeah, a lot of the passives weren't applying properly, so they had to add passives applying to pretty much all the skills. All right, those are the biggest changes from chapter 1. Or chapter 1, I should say, round 1 of the second mastery course to round 2 of the second mastery course. But of course, all eyes are on next week, where this will, or should be hitting, on 18th of January, where this should be hitting the live servers, and also when we should get the final news on cube and meso changes and reboot changes and all that. So that's 18/19th is probably when we are going to see all hell break loose or some rejoicing going on. So that's when the big confirmation of this stuff and of that other stuff is going to happen on what the future for that is. Whether or not that's going to go up to GMS, that'll be another question after that. So still a lot of question marks, but we're going to keep a close eye on it. And do we get a second hexastat symbol in Dreamer? The second stat node, yes. Yes, that is available in the Dreamer update. Right, so thanks for checking out the part 2. Sorry for splitting it up, but my planning was bad for some other stuff. But thanks for checking out this part as well. And see you in the next video. Let me know what you think. Boy.